Fraser Coast FM. You're with Tracy and the Big D, and I'm pleased to say that Amber Lawrence and Catherine Britt join us now. They've covered one of the iconic women's songs of all time. It's called I Am Woman. Ladies, this is a sensational song done so well by you girls. How did it come about?
Yeah, you're right. We love the song, and I decided with the first show back from lockdown last year, in November, I wanted to do a new song. You know, Helen Reddy and this song was in my mind. So I sang it and couldn't believe how I felt when I played that song on a big stage with a band. And when we planned this tour, Love and Lies tour, and we were, thinking, what should we sing together? I said, well, do you want to sing I Am Woman, Catherine? And turns out we started finishing the show with it. And I know that Catherine had the same feelings as I did when you sing it. And then it kind of led to actually Catherine's dad hearing it at a show and saying, you girls should record that. And that made us think, yeah, maybe we should. We just enjoy singing it so much, and we see so many young girls in the audience and girls our age and their mums and grandmothers and men as well, just kind of really appreciating the lyrics and the sentiment of that song, and we're just really proud to be singing it.
Well, seeing though it's a song that's that iconic about the meaning, and I'm sharing the microphone with three very strong women, I'm going to be on my best behaviour tonight, okay?
How daunting was that when you hit the recording studio that you had to somehow make it your own?
Yeah, I think that's the most daunting thing about doing, something like that. Well, doing any cover, really. But in particular, doing like an iconic classic song, it's sort of one of those things you just don't touch. You stay away from it. You're like, you can't do better than the original, so just leave it alone. But I think because the sentiment was there and we really wanted to bring it back again for those newer audiences, the country audiences, we watched some of the young females in our crowds react like they've never heard the song before. And that's a really wonderful thing, seeing them sort of hear it for the first time and how it affects them like it did, me and I'm sure Amber when we heard it the first time also. And our mothers. It's just sort of a generational thing that still to this day is relevant, and we feel like the message is still very needed to be said. So, yeah, it just felt like we had to kind of make it our own. So we stayed away from the sort of sound, but just still by paying homage to, of course, the original, but making it a bit more country and a bit more mine and Amber's sort of vibe. So we're really proud of how it turned out.
Something I read in the press release that really struck a chord with me was you're being constantly asked at shows who's looking after the children, whereas the guys in the band, they've got kids too, and they're not asked that question. It's something that we don't think about.
That's the bit that makes me kind of, we've always been such strong women thinking we can do anything. But when I do get asked that question night after night after night, and like you've just said, the men in our band never get asked it, and they have children too, just makes me think that stereotypes are still pretty strong, and we are equal. I'm lucky that my husband sees it a different way, and we just do 50-50 parenting. We both juggle our jobs, and neither job is more important than the other. But when we get asked those questions, it makes us feel like, perhaps it's okay for the boys in the band to leave their kids, but not so much for the girls. It's thought-provoking, that's for sure. Yeah.
How cool is it to be back out on the road, though?
Oh, so happy. I love it so much. It's my happy place. I love playing shows. I love being on tour. And look, me and Amber have had lots of stories, let's put it that way. We've broken down, we've been stuck in floods and stayed in backpackers, and it's been a pretty wild ride, and so much for the book, as they would say. And we love it. It's great, and it's really wonderful to be on the road and be playing to big crowds, having them just as excited as we are to be back into the live music scene, and it's all sort of starting to feel like a little bit more normal again, so that's nice.
All the little mishaps that go on, that just makes a great story for the next song.
Yes. Well, little mishaps, sure. Outside the road for 4 hours, waiting for NRMA in 2 degrees. Yeah, fun.
Without phone service, yeah, it's great.
No, it's all well that ends well. And, so if I touch wood, if you're doing this many kilometres as we are and so many hours on the road, you're bound to run out of petrol. Like, it's going to happen, isn't it?
You're really not doing your cause a lot of justice here, girls.
Hey, it was the boys that were driving. Let me their turn to fill up the tank.
The tour's called Love and Lies Tour, and you still got some to go. We've got a few more coming up in Queensland, and then we've got some New South Wales running down there. So for people that are wanting to find out exactly where you're going to be, it's just social media, isn't it?
Social media, both our websites, catherinebritt.com and amberlawrence.com, have all the ticket links and all the details. But yeah, we've got quite a few gigs left for the rest of the year, so go and check it out and see where the closest show is to you, and come here this song live and we have a good time. It's going to be good.
So if there was another classic song that you two want to get your hands on, what would it be?
Oh, put us on the spot there. I think we should do Dancing Queen, ABBA, I think.
Dancing Queen.
That would be pretty cool, eh?
Oh,
And then we can get the boys in the band involved too.
You know what I'd like to do? I'd really like to do like a Britney Spears classic, like from the 90s, but like redo it super country.
Yeah,
That
and
sounds
why
fun.
not?
I think that'd be
Sounds
really
a lot of
fun. Yeah.
What you mentioned about this song, I Am Woman, is that there are people that have never heard some of these songs before that we're flipping over, and they're going, and particularly when you do give it a bit of a country feel, if you like, it's a whole new song. We saw, I did it again.
Yeah,
we saw it at a country festival years ago. A young girl got up and did it. It was cool as. It was really good. So I'm looking forward to that.
Recreate anything and make it your own. I think it's cool, you know, as long as you're clever with it and do something really original. I think it always is. It's interesting, you know, because some of those pop songs are just classic, you know, they're so catchy and they're so well written because they're written by 10 of the best songwriters in the world, you know, like they're really great. So yeah, I love doing that sort of stuff. It's really challenging and a lot of fun. Who knows? Next single will be Britney Spears.
Well, the next tour, Lawrence and Britt do the Spears tour.
I'm up for it.
They are two of Australia's most talented singer-songwriters, and they've covered this song, I Am Woman, and we're going to play it right now. Amber Lawrence and Catherine Britt, we look forward to catching up with again real soon. Here is I Am Woman.